Hello students, I hope you are fine at home and you are enjoying your studies too. So in the previous video we have started the second unit of business studies, that was forms of business organizations. In those forms we have the first form we started in the previous video was sole proprietorship or sole trade. As we have seen the concept of sole trade and the features of sole trade in the previous video, I am sure you must have understood it well. Sole proprietorship means when the business is being run and managed by a single person, sole person. There is only one person who runs the business, manages the business, and also owns the business. All the capital invested in the business is his own. He is the only recipient of all the profits, and also he is only the one who will suffer the losses as well. Now today we will do the merits and demerits of sole proprietorship. First we will do merits. Merits means advantages. What are the advantages you get if you are into sole proprietorship? So the first one is quick decisions. Quick decisions means fast decisions. You are the only person who is managing everything. So all the decisions are taken by you yourself. You are not bound to discuss with anyone. If you want, you can discuss. It is not a restriction that you cannot discuss with anyone else. You can discuss with your friends, you can discuss with your family, but the ultimate decision maker is you alone. You are the only one who will take all the decisions regarding the business, from where you should purchase the raw material, how the things will be done, what machines we will use, where you will sell your product, what product you will make, when you want to change, any type of decision you want to take. If you are not satisfied with your decision, or you are not satisfied with the business, you can anytime shut it down, anytime change it. So all the decisions regarding the business are in your hand. So this is the very big advantage of sole proprietorship, because here you are not up to anyone. You are the sole owner and you can take decision. And when you don't have to discuss with anyone, you can take decisions very fast. वरना क्या होता है in other types of forms where you have to discuss with, like for example, if we talk about partnership, which is yet to come. In partnership there are many partners in the business. There are many people whose money is invested in the business. So there one person can't take the decision alone. He has to discuss it with someone else, all the partners. But here you can take yourself. So the decisions are taken very fast, because you are the अभी आपके मन में कुछ आया, अभी आप क्यों डिसीजन ले लिया. You don't have to discuss. So this is very quick decision. Next is benefit of secrecy. In the features of sole proprietorship, we have seen a feature, secrecy. Secrecy means you can keep all the trade secrets, you can keep all the accounts, everything very secret. You don't have to share with anyone. So this is again a very big benefit for you, because here if you have some trade secrets, like we have discussed in the previous video also what are trade secrets. So if there are some, you can keep it with yourself and you can enjoy the benefit of those secrets. So this is again an advantage. Then direct motivation. Direct motivation. Motivation means inspiration, and direct means which you get yourself. Now here what happens is, because you are the only person running the business, you get your motivation by yourself. There is no need of any other people or any other party who will motivate you. When you are doing the business, as your business is running very nicely and you are very satisfied with the business, you are earning good profits, those profits serve as a motivation to you. Now you are doing business and you are very happy with it, you are getting very good response, you are getting very good returns. So what happens? Those returns, that satisfaction, that level of profit you are earning, all these things give you direct motivation. Means you get motivation from the business yourself. You don't need anyone else to motivate you. Next is personal control. Again the same thing which we have already discussed in the above points. Personal control means you are the only person controlling the business. So you are personally responsible for all the profits also and all the losses also. So when you are controlling it alone, it is your personal control. It is a very big advantage also, because here if something wrong happens in the business, it is you who is doing. For example, you have taken some wrong decision, जल्दबाजी में आपने कोई गलत डिसीजन ले लिया. Now if the business suffered loss, then you won't blame anyone else. It was you who took that decision. So everything was under your personal control. So you will be satisfied. ठीक है, जो भी हुआ, I did it. Otherwise क्या होता है? When someone else give you some decision and you're working for someone else and some loss happens, you always criticize the other person कि उसकी वजह से हुआ. But here what happens? यू नो कि हाँ मेरी वजह से हुआ है, तो आप अपने आप को कितनी भी गालियाँ दे दोगे, बट अदरवाइज यू विल बी हैप्पी कि चलो जो भी हुआ इट वॉज मी, मैं किसी और की वजह से मेरा नुकसान नहीं हुआ, मेरी वजह से ही हुआ, तो ओके देन फाइन. सो पर्सनल कंट्रोल मीन्स एवरीथिंग इज अंडर योर कंट्रोल. यू आर द owner of the business, you are the decision maker of the business, everything is under your control. So this is also a big advantage because जो भी हो रहा है business में, it is up to you, it is because of you. The last point is easy formation, the very very important point. Because of this advantage only many people go for this form of organization. Why? Because it is very easy to start a sole proprietorship business. सबसे पहले तो यहाँ पे मनी कम लगता है. Like you can start a sole proprietorship business with little amount of money, whatever amount you have. Second thing is you are the only owner, only manager, you manage everything. You are the only decision maker, you can make all the decision yourself. So here everything is because under your control. It is very easy to form this business. Then you don't have to take any legal, you don't have to go through any legal formalities. मतलब आपको कोर्ट में नहीं जाना पड़ता, इसको रजिस्टर नहीं करवाना पड़ता. आज आपके मन में, आपके पास कोई शॉप है एंड यू वांट कि उस जगह पे, उस शॉप पे मैं ये बिजनेस कर लूँ, सो नो वन इज देयर टू स्टॉप यू. You don't have to take permission from government or permission from court कि मैं business करूँ या नहीं. It is up to you. If you have money, if you have the caliber, if you want to do it, you can do it anytime. You can start it anytime. You can end it up anytime. So all the decisions are under you, and it is very easy to start this business. So all these 5 points are the merits, that is advantages. If you are running a sole proprietorship, these are the advantages you will enjoy. Now everything has some good points also and some bad points also. So good points we have seen. Now we will see what are the disadvantages. So now we will see what are the demerits of sole proprietorship. Demerits means disadvantages. First is limited sources of capital. Like we have already studied that in sole proprietorship all the capital invested in the business is of a person alone. Now each person, a single person cannot have an abundance of capital. Means you cannot have so much of capital that you can put into business. Every person, like if you want to start a business or I want to start a business, we have limited amount of capital because we are not millionaires ki we will have a huge capital and we can invest in business. So what we have to do is we have some savings with us which we can use, and some money we have to borrow from outside also, from we can get a loan from the bank also. But there is always a limit to it. You cannot take a very heavy amount of loan also, because ultimately you have to pay it back too. So we take that much loan only which we can repay. So here the most important disadvantage of sole proprietorship is limited source of capital. Means you cannot have abundance of capital, you only have a limited capital because you are one person alone, and a single person cannot put in so much of capital into his business. Okay, so this is the first disadvantage. Second is unstable existence. Unstable existence. Now what is the meaning of this? सबसे पहले आप एक एक वर्ड का मीनिंग समझिए. Unstable means which is not same means every time it is not same, it keeps on changing. And existence means the identity, or the existence means the being of a enterprise. Now if you are running a shop, for example, now unlimited existence means because you are the only person who is running the shop, you are only the one who is investing the capital, you are the one who is managing it. Now if something happens to you, for example कोरोना वायरस आपको अंदर आ जाता है, आप कोरोना आपको हो जाता है and you die of corona, then your business will be closed because you only was the one who was running it. So because of that because of your death, or if you are not well, कोई बीमारी हो जाती है आपको and you are at home, you are on bed, you cannot run the business. So when such thing happens, means when you are not in a position to carry on your business ultimately shatters, or you have to close it down, because you cannot hand it over to anyone else. Are you getting the point? Because you are the person who was the one who was managing it. So if you are no more, or you are not in a position to carry on the business, you have to close it. So unstable existence means, because this business is taken over by one person, if he is not there to look after, the business will close. So that you cannot say that sole proprietorship will run for a longer period, because it will be till you are there, it will run. When you are not there, it won't run. Okay. Next point is unlimited liability. We have already discussed this point in the features of sole proprietorship. Liability means when you are liable to give some money to someone else. So unlimited liability means when you are running a business, whatever loss you face in the business, it is you only who have to pay it, and whatever the amount of loss is. It is not that if you have invested 1 lakh of rupees in the business, so you are not liable only for 1 lakh rupees कि भाई मैंने तो 1 लाख से शुरू किया था, तो मैं तो 1 लाख तक भरूंगा, बाकी का लॉस कोई और भरेगा, कोई और नहीं भरेगा. You only have to pay it. So your liability is unlimited. It is irrespective of whatever capital you have added in. If you have added whatever amount of capital you have invested in the business, if the loss is more than the investment also, you only have to pay it, because your liability is unlimited. Whatever loss is there, you only have to pay it. Clear? Last point is unbalanced management. Unbalanced means which is not up to the mark, which is not very good. And management means now you are managing the business. You are running the business, you are managing the business. Now when you are running, for example, you are running a factory, a production house. You are producing any product. For example, you are producing you have a chair making company, you are producing chairs. Now chairs is made up of wooden also, of plastic also. Suppose you are running a shop in which you are a factory in which you are making plastic chairs. Now here there are so many activities you must be doing. Purchase of raw material, arrangement of finance, then production activities, then after selling activities, and after selling activities. So all these activities are done only by you, because you are the sole proprietor, you are the only owner. Here when you are managing so many activities, you are not a perfect human. No one is perfect in this world. अगर मैं बोलूँ कि मैं perfect हूँ, मैं सारे काम एक साथ अच्छे से कर सकती हूँ, तो no, I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So when a manager, when a person, businessman is doing business, is running a factory, he is not good at every activity. हो सकता है उसको प्लास्टिक की अच्छी समझ हो. He can buy raw materials very nicely after thorough checking and everything. He buys raw material very nicely, very good raw material. हो सकता है उसको प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटी ना आती हो, या हो सकता है वो प्रोडक्शन में बहुत अच्छा हो. He can look after the production activities and he can see that the product is made very nicely, but he doesn't have good knowledge of buying the raw material. So every person does not possess all the qualities at once. So here unbalanced management means a single proprietorship, a single owner who is doing all the activities, he cannot be good in each and every activity. So some decisions can be taken properly, and some decisions can not be taken properly. So it is unbalanced. Unbalanced means not balanced, means everything is not equal, everything is not good. Some decisions can be good, some decisions can be not good. Okay, understood? So all these points were of sole proprietorship demerits. So demerits को समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है, because जब भी कोई नया, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि sole proprietorship जो है वो हमारे this is the oldest form, this is the easiest form, this is the oldest form. मतलब बहुत पहले से, सबसे पहले ये शुरू हुआ था, because it was the easiest one. And जब भी कोई नया फॉर्म आता है, हमेशा पहले वाले फॉर्म्स के डीमेरिट्स से आता है. मीन्स जो डीमेरिट्स होते हैं उनको दूर करने के लिए ही एक नया फॉर्म बनाया जाता है. सो इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड द demerits of sole proprietorship, you will better understand why the next form, which we will do in the next video, that is partnership, why partnership was invented or why it came into being. It was because to come over these demerits. Okay, so I hope you understood the meaning of sole proprietorship, the features of sole proprietorship, and the merits and demerits we have done in this video. So just uh, go through it once again. If you have bought the books, you can read the books also. I have provided you the notes also, you can go through the notes. Now the first thing you will do is, you will now I am going to take a test also. I am planning to take a test also, a class test. So just go through the first unit well and then start the second unit. Okay, so stay safe and have a nice day.